Hi, Tassel.
Hi, Rebecca.
So tell me about this project, and we're on here today to share what you have going on and what's up in your world. And I think you have some really awesome, amazing, special things happening, and we just want to get that information out to everybody. So tell me
Oh,
about what you have going on and what's happening.
thank you so much, sister. Thank you so, so much.
Mhm.
So sort of big news for me is that I have been invited to be in a movie uh, that's being produced by a very well-known spiritual teacher. And I will eventually be able to disclose his name, but for now I haven't completely signed the contracts and all that. But it's a really amazing film that's going to have a bunch of different individuals. It's going to be about 20 of us who've moved through some challenging things in our lives and basically never gave up. And the whole theme of the movie is about infinite possibilities.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that
Love
no
that.
matter, yeah, right. That
Oh,
feels so good to us, right?
yes.
When we like sit with that in our body.
Yes,
Oh, infinite possibilities are available to me. Wow, I know. It feels so good. Feels
it
so
does.
good.
Yeah.
So the idea being no matter where you might be in your external world, no matter what is difficult, no matter what is maybe a heartache, no matter what dream may not have yet manifested, it's okay. The guidance I always get is that our deepest heartfelt desires, whatever they are for, if it's to be with a wonderful partner, if it's to have a certain amount of financial abundance, is it to do your beautiful life mission on the planet, whatever are our deepest heartfelt desires, we came into our bodies in order to have those, in order for those to manifest. And the interesting thing is, they may end up manifesting, realizing in a way that's very different from how your human might have thought.
Right.
But the essence of that desire is meant to manifest for you in this lifetime. The flavor of it, the feeling of it. Maybe the people might change that you thought you might do it with, but the flavor of it. So that's really the backbone of this beautiful movie that we're creating. And just as an example, for instance, I went back to school at 42 to get my PhD. And
Wow.
like my whole life, I really always wanted to study for a doctorate. I ended up getting it in psychotherapy, and there were a lot of twists and turns why that didn't happen, why that didn't happen. But I really never gave up the possibility of that happening. And so the stories that we're going to be telling in this movie and our own practices of really, in a way, like allowing ourselves to dream, allowing ourselves to hold on to our heartfelt desires in spite of what our society might tell us, in spite of what our resources might be. It's surrendering the how to the
Nice.
universe. It's just focusing on the what and the why, and knowing the universe has your back with all of your heartfelt desires.
Yes, I love that. And it's like giving yourself permission to have an imagination and to like
Yes.
end and to be a kid. Because a lot of that is like childlike, creative, generative energy to me. And I feel like as adults, we go into conclusion or we go into separation or we go into like the significance of it all. We go into contraction, we go into the heaviness because that's what we think is going to manifest this possibility a lot of times. Like I have to do all these things. And
Yes.
maybe it's about staying and giving ourselves permission in that, no, this is gonna happen for me in that
Yes.
possibility space.
Yes. Yes.
And you're so like there's so many times where things have shown up for me, but it's never how my human brain thought it would turn out.
Exactly.
Like it's like, oh wow. So we have to be willing to be in that like magic miracle space and just know that miracles are coming. Miracles are coming. Miracles are coming. And we don't have to figure out all the, I'm going to say, perfection of the pieces and parts, because that's what we try to do. I feel like we try to get it so perfect and right. It's like, oh, sometimes I say that phrase. I don't remember. There was a comedian or a YouTuber or somebody that said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. Totally.
Like,
It feels
okay,
so good just to say that. It's like,
right.
it's just like a burden off your shoulder.
Yeah, like you don't have to figure it out. It's going to be done for you. Just stay the course.
Exactly, exactly. And in the beginning, my human had a lot of trouble with the word surrender. I
Mm,
think in part because of my childhood where I was I would say very oppressed. So I didn't
yes.
like the idea of surrendering again to say an authority. But the way I see it is I'm not I'm not surrendering to some type of external God. I'm actually surrendering to my own soul's plan, my
Yes.
higher self who's basically in charge of the show. I'm surrendering to my own plan.
Yeah.
My
Surrendering
human is
yourself.
surrendering to my greater plan. And
Yes.
my precious human, you know, fear comes up, uh, wanting to know, okay, what is the plan? The human wants security, but really the greatest security is the surrender and just the day-to-day alignment with what we can feel is our next best step from our own guidance.
Yes.
It's almost like at times you might feel like you're crawling through a dark tunnel
Yeah.
and you're kind of not sure where you're going and you're not sure the way and am I really okay? But I always find like if we come back like into our body, and I like to do a practice with my clients of like coming into the heart space and just we usually can just feel the knowingness that everything all is well. Everything is okay, even though we can't fully see the hows, as you said. And we just surrender. And my middle name is Faith. And you know, I
Aw.
think this is the greatest practice that we do is every day this walk of faith, knowing if I can show up as best I can, if I'm following my guidance, if I'm pulling up my own courage and just every day taking that next best step forward that feels expansive,
Yeah.
not contracting. I'm not acting out of fear. This wonderful question. Am I acting out of fear or love? Am I acting from expansion or contraction? We have that courage. I think both of us have found that things tend to work out and often in ways even more amazing than our human could have imagined.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, what is it that you require or desire for this film, Tassel? I mean, I know I've seen your GoFundMe link, and we can post that and share that with others. What else is there that's needed to get this movie out and help you with this?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. So there is a basically a fundraising requirement to be for all the different people to be in the movie. It's almost like the people who are going to be in the movie are crowdfunding the movie, like we're creating the movie together. So
Okay.
it is so yes, I do have a GoFundMe and people have donated $5, which is just and that just to have people support, like
Yeah.
I mean, that's wonderful.
Energy. It's
Exactly, it's just the
energy.
energy.
Yeah.
And really, one of the biggest reasons I hope this movie comes to pass, and I hope to be a part of it, is I want my kids to see it. I want
Oh, yeah.
all of our kids to see it because I think we all see that the school system, the religious systems, all the systems tend to try to take children away from their dreams
Yes.
and away from themselves. And so I would love all the children in the world and all the adults too, all of us, to see this movie, see all these people who they are not giving up their dreams, and for all of us to just like deeply feel that freedom, that juiciness, that passion to go for it.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are. I'm turning 55 in 2 weeks.
Oh, happy
And
birthday.
especially, as a woman, that number, I think in our society is very much associated with like game over,
Oh, for sure. Age
like
is so like,
game over in every way,
yeah,
you're no longer like sexually attractive, all the things. So I want to express and embody game never over,
right.
never too late
Yeah.
to manifest. In fact, I plan to have more children. I plan to have a second round of kids. And actually, I know a healer who's been able to help women who have been in menopause actually detoxify their ovaries and actually start creating eggs. And she knows women in her 60s who are menstruating. So just one example that the limits that we might have been programmed to believe, like, oh, I can't have another child because I'm in my 50s. No, no, actually infinite possibilities with every aspect of our lives.
Awesome. Yes. That's so cool. Well, is there anything else that you want to share before we end this video?
I think that's it. I just want to send so much love to you, Rebecca.
You.
I've been getting to know you more and more, and you are such an inspiration. You are a true healer, a true visionary, a true queen. Uh, many initiations on your path, and you are the real deal.
Thank you,
And it
honey.
was so kind of you to do this video with me, and you're just so generous and so loving and so conscious and just a badass.
Thank
So
you so much. Well, same. And I know too, and I try to teach this to people all the time. And thank you very much. I'm willing to receive all of that. It's what I want for people to know inside themselves is that if you see that in someone else, the only way that you can see that in someone else is that they are a reflection of you and you have that same inside of you.
I've been in like almost tears and chills like for so much of our conversation today, and I just got huge chills and tears coming up, and
Yeah.
thank you.
But we
And
can really empower ourselves to be like, oh, I see the beauty in that. And oh, that looks awesome over there. And oh, this person is so amazing. The
yes,
reason you can acknowledge that is because you have it in you too.
yes. And that's also really helpful when we don't feel seen by other people, and just to understand they're just not seeing it in themselves. They're not experiencing it in themselves. So how could they see it in you?
Yeah.
So it works both ways, and it's comforting to kind of understand that everyone's just doing the best they can at their own consciousness level.
Yeah, for sure. Well, your film sounds amazing. I really hope that it gets produced and put out there. I think it will be such a great gift to the world. And what would it take to like show this movie at like high school assemblies? You know,
Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. Oh my gosh, I would love that so
can you
much.
imagine going around the United States or around the world and gathering kids in a big gymnasium or something and just showing them this film?
Oh my gosh, huge chills. That is such a great idea. I
Yeah,
want to do that. I want to like go on tour in
right,
my
exactly.
car.
Just put it out there and ask schools like, hey, we have this film. We would love to offer this as an assembly. It's all about possibilities for kids.
Oh my gosh. That's
anyone really, but it's all, hopefully kids would get the message that they are a possibility. Like everything that they want to choose is possible.
oh my gosh, Rebecca, thank you. That is like a life-changing idea that you just shared with me. I so want to do that. And
I have
maybe
a vision of it when you were talking about it. I
oh
literally
my
saw
God.
a gymnasium with a screen watching this film for an hour and a half or however long it's going to be.
Oh my gosh, Rebecca. Maybe it could be like a whole infinite possibilities tour. There could be other aspects to it.
Yeah.
Practices the kids could do, getting in touch with their own heartfelt desires, which likely people have never even asked them about
Right?
or rarely. And we not, some
Yes.
parents do, but yeah,
Yeah.
that is the best idea.
I
Oh my
love it.
gosh. We
All
have to
right.
make this
So
movie work.
here's to you. And I see it in the future, the next 2, 3, 5 years or whatever for your Infinite
Oh.
Possibilities tour. I hope to be there.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to do it with you. Let's do it.
Awesome. Let's do it. Well, Tassel, you're amazing. I love you, sister. You have been such a bright, shining, inspirational light in my life too. And cheers to moving forward and creating infinite possibilities and being that invitation out there in the world for sure.
Oh my
For
gosh, sister. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so, so much.
sure. Thank you. All right.